Hey guys, it's Becky. I'm back for another reaction to Amberlynn Reid. This is my last response to Beck. So let's see what she has to say. Also, my last one, I realized that I was talking very slow and I didn't have her sped up either. So let's put her at 0.25. No, that slows her down. Let's put it at 1.25 and see how that goes. Maybe.
Welcome to a new video. It's actually February 7th at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I should be asleep, but here I am
Yeah, that's a good sign that you're up at 3 a.m.
awake filming a video. I was actually getting ready to get comfy and try to sleep. My sleeping hasn't been the greatest. I've just been having a lot of anxiety. And when I have a lot of anxiety, I go to sleep really late and I genuinely hate it. Something I've suffered with majority of my life. But anyways, I could have totally slept and waited till tomorrow to film this. But I think it's just so heavy that I have to do it now so I can just be completely done with it. I watched Beck's new video that they posted tonight or today or whatever, but it was a new one. So that video genuinely shocked me and it made me feel stupid and dumb, and it made me realize.
Sorry if you hear it, I'm drinking water.
That the way that I viewed our relationship was completely wrong, and I was oblivious to a lot of things, even to the extent of the way that I treated them. So I want to be accountable in that. But this is just the example that I saw in their newest video where it made me look back and be like, yeah, we both actually viewed this relationship completely different.
Just take accountability for the fact that you did wrong. You don't need to force her to take, you don't need to force them to take accountability. You just need to take accountability for yourself, realize where you fucked up.
So in their new video, they were reacting to a compilation video of me being rude to them for 10 minutes straight. And in the reaction, Beck stated multiple times that it's obvious that they didn't want to be on camera. And they said, oh, look at me zoning out while she's talking. And it's like both of those things genuinely hurt. And it made me realize I didn't even notice these things. Just like how when I was in a relationship with them, I didn't notice how mean or rude I could come off until looking back. And I just feel super remorseful. I viewed our whole relationship a certain way that it wasn't. I genuinely thought that they wanted to be on camera and that they were okay with being on camera. And I was so accustomed to them zoning out or seeming like they didn't want to be on camera that that was normal for me. But I didn't know that the zoning out and the look on their face, et cetera, was an indication that they weren't listening to me or that they didn't want to be on camera. That is news to me. So knowing that I viewed our relationship one way.
I'm sorry, but did you never speak to your partner about what they wanted or how they felt? Did you actually never speak to Beck and ask them, hey, do you want to be on camera, without guilt tripping them when they said no?
And it wasn't I genuinely look stupid, but I guess maybe I low-key deserve it. Realizing that we both viewed this relationship so differently actually makes it easier for me to be accountable and to apologize, because if that's the way that they truly viewed it, I deeply apologize for that. And there's nothing I can do to change their opinions and their thoughts and their experience, because that's what they lived. I wasn't the greatest girlfriend. I wasn't the most perfect girlfriend, but I will say I'm not all good. I'm not all bad. And I wasn't that way then either. Our relationship was definitely complex. And even though it might not be visible to the public or even to Beck in this moment, I have taken accountability for the things that I've done. And in the video, they even stated I don't want you to reach out to me. And that's very much why I haven't, because I wanted to respect those boundaries. But they said, I don't want an apology from you. I genuinely feel like Beck deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did do. But if they don't want to accept it or hear it, then I have to be okay with that. I'm not going to apologize to.
Then why are you making reaction, response videos then? If you aren't going to give them an apology or anything, then why respond? You could just put a little snippet in one of your videos and say, I've seen the videos, I was an asshole, my bad.
To the internet, the apology wasn't for you guys, it was for them. I feel in this situation, this type of accountability should be handled in private, just like the apology should have. And this sort of discussion that is happening between back and forth with us, these things should be happening in private. And it's when personal matters.
But if it's in private, then that's how you're able to manipulate them. If it's out in public, you can't manipulate anything. It's out in the public, everyone can see it, everyone can hold you accountable, when you're messaging them back and forth, you can manipulate them like you probably did the whole relationship.
Like this are brought onto like a public platform, I feel like backed up in a corner, like I have to defend myself or I have to say something. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and go through every single thing that they said.
Exactly. You feel backed in the corner, like you have to do something, like you have to take accountability for the shit that you did. Because if it wasn't public, then you wouldn't feel like you had to take accountability for the shit you did. Come on, girl. Like, think about what you're actually saying.
Like every single claim, every single this or that, because that is just going to fuel negativity. I truly don't feel like the back and forth is productive for either of us. But if they truly feel like sharing their story is what is going to help them in the long run, then go for it. But I have to genuinely step away. Like I said, I wasn't going to speak about them, and that was standing. But like hearing all of these things.
Isn't this the third time you've made a video, quote unquote, responding to them or talking about them in the videos that they've made? But you're not going to? Seems a little weird.
Being said, it's been hard for me because it's like I have shown growth in my personal life.
Where? I would love to see where you've shown growth in your personal life other than your size.
And it's hard.
And your hair has gotten longer, I guess.
To like show growth publicly when these are things.
Oh, and you've grown more excuses too.
That like was happening behind the scenes. So publicly, I might look the same to you guys, but I have changed a lot. I am always open for growth and for changing to be a better person every single day. And
then get off the internet, go to therapy, go to inpatient therapy, get help for your supposed BPD and the other shit that you say you have. Go to someone about your binge eating, and then come back and say, look at all the work I've done. Look at how I've taken care of myself. Stop posting these stupid 10 to 15 minute videos saying, I've grown, I've grown, I've grown. Girl, you haven't.
I want to reflect on the past more because that actually genuinely helps me see ways that I need to improve and ways that I already have improved. And I just want to say that anytime that I had Beck on my channel, it was never out of malice. I never meant to disrespect them. And I really, 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 really did love them. This might be a little tea because no one knows, but when Beck and I were just friends while I was with Feline, and Feline did know this, don't worry. One night I got really, really drunk and I told Beck, like, I really was in love with you and I still love you. Like, you're a great person. And I hyped them up because genuinely I owe so much to them and I have so much gratitude to them. They were
funny, but you couldn't show it while you were in the relationship, though. It was only after, when you were with someone else and realized that they actually took good care of you and actually did great things, and maybe your new person wasn't as great. It's really interesting to show, like, to see that you did all this and said all this. Also, you had to be drunk to realize that. Like, what?
Were there for me during some of the hardest moments of my life, i.e., when I was diagnosed with cancer. But I have never.
In the videos I've seen, didn't you blame them for not taking you to get looked at earlier? It's really, like, I feel like this is so, like, it's great that you're saying it, but I feel like it didn't show in your words ever.
Tried to show them in a certain way. Nothing was ever out of malice from the bottom of my heart, and I just really needed to make that clear. Like, honestly, all I can really do is just continue working on myself. My focus moving forward is to just ignore it all. Like, I wanted to take what Beck is doing and put it in like a positive way and put a positive spin to it and like be like, yeah, I am accountable. But at the same time, obviously, like, I do find frustrations in the ways that I feel like they are exaggerating or they have lied. I do firmly believe that two things can happen at once. I can be accountable, but I can also be frustrated. But I'm not accountable and frustrated about the same things. Like everyone likes to say, there are three sides to every story: their side, my side, the truth. And like a really good example of like people viewing things differently, like kind of what's going on with like Blake and Justin. Blake feels like one thing happened, while Justin's like, no, that's not what happened. So you know what? I can't even sit here and firmly be like, okay, Beck is lying, because if they viewed it that way, then I have to accept that for what it is.
Or if that's what you did, then that's what you did. There's no black and white when there's physical things that happened and things that were said. There's no, oh, well, that's just how you viewed it. No, that's what you did. Ugh.
It is, because what's true to someone and the way that they view something might not be true to everyone else in the room. I want to play devil's advocate here for a second. If I'm remembering something wrong that Beck genuinely remembers as like a full truth, then that's fair as well, because I have really bad memory problems due to—
Yeah, sure, let's blame it on memory problems. How about you just go back and watch your videos and accept that you weren't a great person? It's really not hard. Just take accountability, take the loss. Say, yeah, hey, I was an idiot. I was an ass. I was a terrible girlfriend. My bad.
Of high stress, trauma, BPD.
Also, I really hope in this, what do we got, last couple of minutes, that she's going to address the money that she owes to Beck, which I'm sure she's not.
When I have anxiety, sometimes I'll literally like black out because I'm so anxious. And I just want to say, whether my apology was behind a paywall, whether it was in a Snapchat, whether it's in a YouTube video, or whether I say it to Beck directly, it is 100% sincere. And I have apologized to them personally, but that was years ago after our breakup. Beck and I was friends for about a year after we broke up. And obviously that didn't work out, which I understand, but I did apologize to them. I don't think that I took as much accountability as I do take now, because like I said, every day I like to reflect and just grow into a better person. So I'm not going to sit here and list off every single claim that they said and write down like, okay, guys, these are the things that are true and these are the things that aren't. These are the things that I'm accountable for. Like, there's no productivity in that, because whether the internet knows what I'm accountable for versus what I'm not accountable for, that doesn't bother me. The only person that I'm
I think it does bother you. Let's be honest, or else you wouldn't have made a third video about Beck.
worried about and them actually hearing me is Beck. And if they don't want to, that's their prerogative. I'm okay with that. I want them to do whatever helps them. I'm not apologizing for myself. I'm apologizing to the person that I was in a relationship with for almost 5 years. And I hurt them, and I'm sorry for that. I really want to continue taking that experience in that relationship and learning from it. Beck can say absolutely anything from this point forward, and I am not going to respond. I genuinely wish them nothing but the best. And the apology that I need to give to you guys, if I hurt any of you during this whole thing because you guys care for Beck, then I'm also sorry for that. I am a very flawed individual. That is not an excuse, but I'm a flawed individual that can learn from this experience. And
honestly, I hope you do learn. Like, I hope you take all of this and really realize everything that you've done to hurt Beck. That's, like I said, that hurt them, that affected them, that manipulated them. I hope you take it, and I hope you get the help you need.
thankfully, I have. Whether people see it or believe it, I know it because I am my own person and I know how I've been in past relationships. And as I've gotten older and more mature and I've learned more about my BPD and just who I am as a person, I have become a better person and I have become a better girlfriend. I've become a better friend. I've become a better pet parent. I've become a better daughter. I've become a better sister, but I'm still flawed. I'm super complex and nuanced, just like we all are. And this just has to be the last time that I speak about this to protect my peace. And I hope that Beck does things.
This is a new thing she's been saying a lot. Protect my peace. Everything is to protect her peace, to protect her peace, to protect her peace. But she keeps coming back with these videos and saying she's not going to do this to protect her peace, and then she does it. And, oh, I can't do that to protect my peace, and then she does it. Like, if you want to protect your peace as much as you keep saying, get offline. But you can't. Because this is the only way you make money.
That also protects theirs. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello.
Okay, let's see what the comments say. When was this posted? 6 hours ago. I apologize for the way they view the relationship. Yep, sounds like genuine apology to me. Yeah, literally. By the way, saying sorry if you felt that way is not an apology. Saying I want to be accountable and focus on moving forward is to ignore it all. In the same sentence is insane. Give her the money she worked hard for. Yeah. Let's be serious. Everyone just wants you to pay them their money, and you haven't. And the choosy game. Yeah. Didn't address the money, didn't address the choosy game. I owe so much to them. Yep, around 25K. Holy crap. Oh. Now, I don't really know her all that well. I've watched a lot of Mr. Snowflake's videos to learn more about her. That's actually how I came to find her. I feel my salty crab senses tingling. So I actually have to go back and like watch a bunch of her videos to learn more about her. But from what I've seen so far, not so great. But that's all I have for today. I'm going to try and get this uploaded and get the other one uploaded. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Bye!